gather around for learning together time. We have a couple of announcements before we get into our lesson for today. First, you may notice it is a different picture on the family devotional. It's because we have a very special 4 weeks for Advent. It's a change of scene in my house, and I hope that you will join with me each week, lighting our Advent wreaths together at home. And also just wanted to let you know, in case you didn't already, that just the learning portion of our worship time does come up on our YouTube channel every week. And youth group does continue. It is continuing online to follow the provincial health orders. And let me tell you, I could hear the laughter from downstairs in my house during youth group this past week. And so if you've been hesitant to join in person, online might be the perfect way to log in and see what it's all about. Now, let me get my very special Advent, not Christmas, my Advent treasure chest was the word I was looking for. My Advent treasure chest is here. Ooh, I can hear things moving around in there. It must be a good one. Now, of course, we've got our blue cloth here because it is Advent. And I'm going to open up our treasure chest here and see what we've got. Now, last week, maybe you'll remember, I brought my Advent wreath from home. And this week, I brought one that I made. Now, it's very hard to see, so I'm going to come a little bit closer. Oh, thanks, Kelly. That made my life 100 times easier. So let's see. I'm going to bring it up. Hopefully you can see it. Yes, we're doing well. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually just a jar lid, and I put some silly putty in it. And these are birthday candles and a little tea light and a little bit of tinsel. Because you don't have to have anything fancy for Advent. You can use stuff that you have in your home, and you can place it on any old table you want. And last week, we lit the candle of hope, and I shared the symbol that I wanted to share about hope, and that was the pregnant lady figure. And Keith showed it to us on the big banner that Kara made behind us. And pregnant ladies give me hope because you never know what's coming. No matter whether we're waiting for Jesus or waiting for another baby, there's so much hope wrapped up in new babies coming into the world. And so I just get so hopeful anytime I see someone getting ready to welcome a baby into the world, which is what we're getting ready to do in Advent. Now, does anyone know we lit our candle of hope? Does anyone know what this week's candle is? Maybe you heard Reverend Ryan say it earlier. And maybe Kelly can shout out if anyone knows this week's candle, they can type it in the chat box. I'll give you a hint. I know another word in another language. Esperanza. Esper. Shalom. Anyone else? Got another language? Nobody, eh? Okay. Has anyone typed anything in the chat box? Peace. Yes, that's it. Peace. This week, we light the candle of peace. And I use the word shalom there because that is the Hebrew word. Can you say shalom? Oh, thanks, everybody. That was good. That was good. Everybody here said shalom. Shalom is a word for peace that is really special because Hebrew was the language of the Jewish people. It still is. And shalom doesn't just mean not fighting. Shalom, peace, means wholeness. It means everybody has what they need in order to live well. And so when we think of peace and we're lighting this candle, we think of Jesus, the Prince of Peace, who came to lead us not as a mighty ruler oppressing everybody and making sure everyone follows all the rules, but making sure that we are set free. And it's Jesus' peace that we celebrate here today. Now, I was thinking about a symbol that helped me remember peace. And I'm wondering if anyone, oh, it's right here, actually. I brought this too, but I see I have it right here. Let me get a, oh, you can see that. That's very clearly a star. And then maybe if you had a little drop off, well, now see, I can't do this backwards. If you had a little drop off, you might have one of these at your house. It is a star cookie cutter. And stars always give me a great sense of peace. And I want to show you a picture from this past summer. Have you ever laid out, maybe on a summer night, maybe when you're camping, have you ever laid out and gazed up at the stars? Oh, it's one of my favorite things to do. We have a hammock too that we bring camping. I love to lay out. This is a picture of our family laying out when the International Space Station was traveling overhead on a very clear night this past summer. But one of my favorite things that makes me feel most at peace is taking a look at the stars in the sky. And so I'm going to invite every single one of us this week, whether you are a young child of God or a mid-range child of God, or maybe even a child of God that has walked on God's green earth for many, many years, to go outside and look at the stars when there's a clear night. Take a look at those beautiful, fantastic stars and know that God tossed all those beautiful stars up in the sky. Take a deep breath and let the peace of God flow over you. You know that you are a precious and beloved child of God, and you are beautiful to behold, and God knows that too. So let God in at some point this week by looking at the stars and welcoming God's peace right into your life. Now, we are disciples of Jesus, we are followers of Christ, and we await his birth once more, and we are doing that while walking a path of peace.
Please sing with me. I am walking a path of peace.